So I am back from sailing around the Balearics and I'm in Torrevieja Marina for the winter. I researched the places in the Med where you could stay to have a mild winter, and the two huge salt lakes around Torrevieja gave it its own microclimate. You see from this boat coming in, 14th of Feb 2021, Valentine's Day, and they've been out for a sail. This is the outer pontoon where all the big posh boats are, kind of 60 foot plus. Over in the distance is the entrance. It is about the safest anchorage you can have in the winter. In Spain, the charts say you can't anchor here, but there's usually spring onwards 20 to 30 boats anchored there. You need to stay on the east side because those yachts rocking pretty badly are on the west side. And I decided when I got here to buy a Harley Davidson, a little folding bike so I could get around. I call it my land yacht. It'll collapse down so when I take off in about a month's time I can cycle around all the different islands through Italy, Sardinia, Greece, Turkey. It's pretty cool. Give it a little kick in the middle, it just collapses. Handlebars come down, and if you need to take the seat down, that just pushes down too. It fits on my boat okay with the seat up, so, and it reassembles pretty quickly. And off you go. So I can't show you much sailing in the next few weeks because I'm leaving in a month, but this is Torrevieja Promenade. It isn't a bad place to spend the winter. I mean, it's still completely COVID closed, sadly. All the restaurants just shut. The seafront's still really cool. Sky is still clear. People are still sailing every day. And there's a load of musicians play on the front every day. So when I first got here, I didn't really take any videos of how busy it was. All the bars were open. You just take it for granted, but not so much. It is said in 2 or 3 weeks time, by about the first week in March, they'll start opening the bars again. But for now, hey, got sun on my face, clear blue sky, light winds. I'm refitting the boat because I have nothing else to do, and I'll be leaving for somewhere in the Med. When I first saw this guy, honestly, I'm reasonably bright, but I seriously thought, my God, that is the Invisible Man. I mean, he's going to make a lot more money when the tourists come. But so here's the little bays around Torrevieja, and here we are scooting along. I'm not riding this fast, of course. This is just speeded up, but it's a beautiful beautiful seafront. And honestly, I wish I would have taken videos when I first got here because it was just banging. And now people are just strolling around, but it's a cool place to be. I mean, this is mid-February, and like the sun is so hot, and so many guitarists are around. I mean, these are like talented musicians who probably make a decent living in the summer months when the tourists are here, but you know, they still turn up and play. I feel pretty guilty because I whilst filming them I should have really, you know, thrown €5 into their hats. Look, people still on the beach here as if it's midsummer in England. You should come. It's a fantastic little area if you want to winter. I don't know where I'll be wintering next year. Who knows? But if I can do 6 months in the Med till next September, and then I can head through Gibraltar down to Canary Islands and then on to Cape Verde and across the Atlantic. But I've never done the Med, and I've got 6 months to kill once I get out of here. Early April. But because of COVID and everything's closed, I mean, I'm glad I bought my little bike. It's a pretty nice place to cycle round. And I'm just spending extra time refitting the boat. It got a little hammered all the way down. A bottle screw broke, so I refitted them all. So this is further on, up at the very end of Torrevieja. Group of ladies there with their brollies because it's pretty warm. And it's a nice seafront, fabulous restaurants, great view, and loads of musicians. Very sweet, giving them a tip. I should have tipped them out, videoing them and intruding on their musical performances. Next time I really will. Anyway, let us press on. I'm showing you this place because this is where I used to come to. It was so busy, 100 people sitting outside, and they do these things called montaditos, which are just diagonally sliced pieces of fresh baguette with 30 to 40 different toppings, salmon, brie, and fillet steak with fig sauce. Just fantastic. I mean, mouth-watering, and they're all €1.40 each, but alas, they're all shut. So the only thing I found on my cycle was a couple of industrious Spanish dispensing beer and a small plastic cup of patatas. Still, rest of the world having it pretty bad. You can still sit in the south of Spain with a very cold beer and a clear blue sky, contemplating your navel and what's next. It's a long way from the cold English Channel. So I sat there and watched the kite surfer do his thing. I mean, this guy was just nuts. He was just so launched out of the water. Wow. That's cool. That's on Los Locos Beach, about another mile further on. So after him, I left. Ugh, litter. I cannot bear litter being on the floor. So after my kite surfing, half a beer, back onto my land yacht, and off we went. This is about 3 miles further north. It's La Mata. It's a stunning beach. It's about 4 miles long. It's got a fabulous promenade, loads of restaurants. But when I got to the end of the promenade, I suddenly hit this incredible boardwalk through these sand dunes. I mean, it was about 5 o'clock, so it was pretty quiet. But this is an amazing place where you can cycle and walk through. You're not allowed kind of off this path. I mean, the sand dunes are protected, but it's a fabulous area. About a mile wide, which leads you all the way through to the top end of La Mata. And it's a bit uphill, but it's fantastic. I mean, mid-February on your bike, building up your leg muscles for the 6 months when you don't really do that much exercise on your boat. You don't really want to be having chicken legs here, building up your torso without exercising your legs. So I rode out every day for about 4 or 5 miles. It was just great. You could go back and work on your boat, but this place was really, really special. I mean, I'd had I don't know, 2 or 3 halves of beer, and there was nobody about, and it was just like uphill, uphill, uphill all the way. So off I went on this 1 meter wide path, climbing uphill to the highest point in La Mata, where you can look down and see the beach. And then I don't know what came over me. I realized it was really quiet, and when I turn around it was all going to be downhill. So I think I turned into a 12-year-old and thought, wow,